Welcome to Patrick Roberts, Our New Timeline.
What up? How you guys doing? Well, I have got a fucking good show for you guys tonight. I got a lot. I did some research today. As you can see, there's all kinds of subjects I'm going to touch on. But, the Godo Vax, I've got some good propaganda that I've got to show you guys. And then I got to bring a guy on who is very funny. He makes fun of all this shit that's going on and, makes light of it. And that's, we need to laugh every once in a while. So, I think I think you guys will really like this guy. I really do. If you don't already know him, maybe I'm late to the game here, but I haven't heard anybody talk about this guy in the community, so I don't know if he's Mandela effect or not. But I was watching Volkan, his live stream today, and he did a very good job. So keep it up, Volkan. We need more of you, more people like you doing live streams. So yeah, you did a really good job today. I know you've done live streams before, but I think maybe I caught one or two of the other ones. Maybe at the end of it, I know I wasn't there very long. But this one, I caught the whole thing pretty much. And that was good. I seen your video today. Man, I love fucking four-wheelers. I'm sure that was a four-wheeler that you're riding on. Hey, Trev. Fizzy Pop was here. I seen that Fizzy Pop was here. She's still here. It's been a long time, Fizzy. How you doing? And Voynich was here too. I missed Voynich. Damn, I hope he didn't go to bed already. So okay, I'm gonna get to this right now. Hey, Trev. Okay, I'm gonna get to this. Oh yeah, I got share screen. I get that done first, don't we? Sure. That's not what I want to watch. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. It'll just take me a second to set this up. I actually have the wrong video, so I gotta. Nothing can ever go right. Nothing at all can ever go right. Let's play the game of while I'm doing this. Let's make up a song. Make up a song, and you just keep vibing it, right? Okay, you want to do that? All right. So, let's start off with, you are my baby, my one and only baby. I wish I could see you tonight, but I can't because I can't afford it. Can't afford it because I can't sing. Can't sing because I never was taught. Oh boy, where am I going? Hmm, I don't know. You say I don't know where I'm going. Oh shit, there's another video I wanted you guys to see. Man, man, I sure hope I don't have I sure hope I don't have internet problems because I really want you guys to see this. Damn it. Oh, I know what I'm doing. Sorry. Duh. Ah, man, I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a fucking idiot. I was supposed to be singing this whole time because I don't want you. I said I don't want you to take another step. No, I don't want you to take another step. I hope this works because if it don't, I just wasted time making myself look like an idiot. Don't take another step. I told you don't take another step because you're really making me shine. Wait, what am I doing? Sorry guys. Let's just fuck it. Let's just get to the. If it comes up, it comes. So we'll just talk. Doing this thing. I knew there's shit I wanted to show you guys. I knew I was gonna have fucking problems. Yeah, Tro. Beat it. Beat them tunes. Show them tunes. Show the world that you love rock and roll. That gorgeous singing. Yeah. Not going to work out. My southern voice. I'm gonna try this all over again. And maybe we can pop it. Oh, what did I do? Oh, I thought I lost you guys. And I didn't. So I see y'all still there. Now I'm singing a country song. And this is how we do it down in Texas. Boy, I'm just not gonna fucking have this. Oh, come to me. Ooh, we got something. We got something, boys and girls. Not fast enough, though. Oops, you're right there. Not fast enough, though. You know? Just not bringing the shit fast enough. So I don't know how it's going to play once I get it up, but we'll give it a try because we have to give it a try. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm Rocky Balboa, and Yeah, so where's my Adrian? Where's my Adrian? Adrian! It's Rocky Balboa. I got a little busted up in a fight last night. I must be putting on the most boring fucking show. But hey, who else are you gonna listen to at this time of night, right? Turn on some Fox show or something like that. You know? Yeah. Pay your 2 cents and come here. Okay, alright, I got it. Share screen. I think I got it all now. Yes, Moonbeam. I do feel a lot better today. I think I'm coming right along. I do say so. If I do say so. Alright, can you guys see this? Okay, let me know how the audio is right away, as fast as possible. Okay? Alright, here we go.
Your shot?
Are you here for your shot? Are you here for your shot?
I had mine last night. I'm glad to hear that.
COVID-19 has changed how we express our faith and gather to worship.
Try to calm down. You can fool them, but you gotta calm down. Don't show emotion.
We all want to get back to how we pray, how we congregate.
You're sweating. They don't do that, they'll know. Now go away from here.
Then they can't tell who's who.
John.
Stay calm.
Now it's time to take the first step. Now it's the step that lets us get back to spreading the word without spreading concern.
That's the first step. That's the first step. That's the first step to ending the pandemic and moving our country forward.
Now it's time to take the first step. Before we can safely come together, we need the facts.
Help you sleep.
Now it's time to take the first step.
That's the first step.
As COVID-19 vaccines become available, you may have questions. Now it's time to take the first step.
That's the first step.
You're sweating. If they don't do that, they'll know. Now go away from here.
Don't show emotion. Then they can't tell who's who.
John.
Stay calm.
Stand away from the doors. Subway doors are now closing. Stand away from the doors. Subway doors are now closing.
Today's summit was the growing concern of the medical community over the escalating cases of this mysterious flu virus.
Now it's time to take the first step.
That's the first step.
What are you really covering, huh? What is it? You got people lining up like this is smallpox or something.
You got people lining up like this is smallpox or something.
The agenda for today's DA summit was the growing
We think an inoculation program is our best shot at keeping this under our thumb.
I wish there were more time to go over all of the science and the internal processes behind this project.
I'm curious. If you just cracked this new virus, how are you ready with vaccines so quickly?
How are you ready with vaccines so quickly? How are you ready with vaccines so quickly?
If you require more information, I'd suggest you bow out of this round of contracts and give us some time to prepare your fact sheet.
Just a question.
Well, we like those.
So the predictive programming that years ago, just years ago, this predictive programming, how it's just right out there, and they knew exactly what they were gonna do. They knew all along what they were gonna do. The evilness of planning this for so many years. And I'm sure people have tried to expose it. They had to have within that many years that people have sat on this information, knowing that this was coming. You know, that's like 9/11. It's the same fucking thing. People knew for a long time that was coming. And looks like my chat froze up, maybe. Huh? Because nobody is freaking talking. Okay, well, y'all have a good night now. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, well, I'm gonna jump right into this other one since no comments on this one. The other one that I have is actually, some of you might have seen it because it is from one of our own community. One of the people in our community made this video. So I'm sure most of you are probably sub to this person. And I just want to make sure I got it first before. I think I do. Does anybody know a guy named Need? Because that's who. Hey, Tommy. Sharky. Hey. Is made this one. And this, I don't know how many people know this, but this is actually going on right now. Planet Spaceballs in Land of the Oz as the Lord of the Rings returns. Yet no one can see. Yeah, exactly. Trying to get some peeps to come over here in a few when awesome Austin and now and there's good Tommy. Pat if as in you as all little one and or as if here tilts and then Patrick now hey video so Brian hey myself now all right it's me and I see you over there don't come this way let everybody come and listen to my singing. I'm just a rapping. Hey, Brian. Oh, I can put the link out there. If anybody would want to come and share. What am I doing? You know what? It truly seems like this is my first show because I can't do a fucking thing right tonight. I don't know what it is with me wanting to talk all southern, like Sharky. Shit, now you're on fast forward, Pat. Fast forward, backwards, sideways. I don't care. I'm here and I'm the best. We're all the best. Tobin, hey bud, what's up? I put a link out there in case anybody wants to join this lovely chat I'm having between me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I. Boy, that I seems like it's getting. Doesn't it seem like it's starting to swell back up? Or does it look better? Damn. That COVID sure took me. COVID. That fucking Chingos thinks it can beat me. I don't think your internet is stringy enough to have someone join. Oh yeah, it is. Yes, it is, Tommy. I just having trouble fucking with the shows. Let's test it out, Tom. Oh, thirsty. I tell you, with my face the way it is right now, people don't want to come near me. It is funny. I need to get a fucking I need to get a really nice camera that I can get on, like a body cam. Because I tell you, I would get the best fucking videos. The best videos. Me not wearing a mask, looking like this. Oh my God, you should see the looks, and they just run. I went grocery shopping today. The link didn't show? Damn, what the fuck? I went grocery shopping today, and I was going down this aisle, and this girl come around the aisle, and she started heading down my aisle, and she looked up, and she turned around and went the other way. This didn't happen just once. It didn't happen just twice, and it didn't happen just 3 times. They fucking were running the other way. Okay, I put the link back out there. Yeah, awesome. Awesome. I can't even talk tonight. Awesome, Austin. What up? There's Dawn. Hey, girl. Moonbeam, Brenda, welcome. How are you girls tonight? Good evening, everyone. I'm about to be driving on the highway listening. Okay. Should have said it's a Vex reaction. Yeah. Fucking A. I can't get it for lying, right? Right? I can't get it for lying. If the fucking government can't get it for lying, I can't get it for lying. Fucking A, that's the best way. I should go to the vaccine where they're doing vaccines and go, look what the vax did to me. I'm gonna fucking do that. I'll find out what vaccine they're giving that day. Oh, Pfizer? Pfizer vaccine did this to me. Fucking Pfizer. Oh boy, I probably just said something I shouldn't have. But I didn't say it fully. I can't get in trouble for lying about saying that the vax did this to me. Yeah, could that get me kicked off of YouTube? Could that be my 3rd strike? I don't know. It's so fucked up that you gotta watch what you fucking say on here. I'll tell you, I'm shifting a lot. And no, it's not just because I'm high. Oh boy. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Hey, Tobin. No, I posted the link. How many times? Why can't you guys see my... Why is my shit not showing up on here? Why when I write something, it's not showing up? Okay, the link's not showing up, so hold on, guys. We're going to experience a short interruption.
Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline.
I like to do that, you guys. I like to do that to, pretend like I got internet problems and then crash my computer, and so I can just play that intro for you. I do that. I like to do that, All right, I have internet's all good now. So since I don't remember what I was talking about. So since I don't remember what I was talking about, I am going to try to bring up that video one more time. See if we can get it up. I don't even know, Oh yeah, I was gonna put the link out there. Duh. I'm sorry. That's the whole, that's why I refreshed the damn page, was so I could put the link out there. You guys. Yeah, I got it. All right. Anybody is more welcome to come in. We're having a great show tonight. Figure out who you look like to me just by your voice. The girl that played Lois and Clark. That's how I picture you. Lou, did you guys did the link not go out again? What is going on? Huh. Yeah, the link is not going out. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it's not. It's not letting me. It's not letting me post any comments. Why I kick myself off the fucking show or what? Can you guys see this? Can you send it to me in Facebook? See, now that showed. I'm going to try this. I'm going to put that out there, and there's two numbers that go after that. Is 5-8. So let's see if that goes out. It's not the full link. Okay, there you go. It's not the. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there's a 5-8 after that. Don't forget to put the 5-8 after that, because I would forget to put the 5-8 after that. After I was just told that 3 different times to put a 5-8 after that. That's not the full link. You need to put a 5-8 in there. All right. So that's enough of that. Oh man, my head feels like fucking leather. I feel like Leatherface. Thank God it's only up in here. I couldn't imagine my whole face feeling like that. It's like numb. Oh, it's like so numb. You know, your body really knows how to heal itself and make basically it makes its own painkiller by numbing where it had the trauma. It numb that whole area is numb, and it'll probably stay numb until that pain subsides. But that hurt me playing with it. No, I got the shingles on my face. So, and anybody who has not had the chicken pox, if you haven't had the chicken pox, you better not be in this chat, because you could be at risk to get the chicken pox from me right now. So is anybody coming on? I put the link out there. You just got to add a 5-8 to the end of the link. Is that even possible? Is that even possible? Let's see if that one goes out. Hey, Prelim. There must be something wrong with their. There must be some sort of problem with their end of things. Oh, I see how. Maybe I could do it this way. Where is copy? This might work. Yeah, it'll work. There you go. There's the link. Hey, Esther. The link didn't go, did it? Oh, thanks, Esther. Yeah, the link didn't go again. Oh, I got an idea. I'll use my phone. I got it. I know how to do this. Come to. Okay, so can you guys hear me? Boy, I don't know what the hell is going on with what is going on? This is really weird. I'm having a weird ass night here. I think I'm fucking shifting. I'm in between I'm in between timelines. Straight there. Enter broadcast. So I'm gonna enter myself into the broadcast so I can. So I will have to take over from my phone. So you'll have to give me just a second while I take over from my phone here. Okay, so I'm coming in right now. This may be a little dangerous. It's been a while since I did that. It did it. All right, I can. Sorry about that. There, do you guys see it? Do you guys see the link? Please tell me you see the link. And somebody better come on if I went through all through that shit for that. And nobody comes on. Did the link go out? The link didn't go out, did it? I don't know. I guess we can have guests on tonight. It won't let me post the link. I told you I was in between. You know what? We are gonna have a guest. Cammy has gotten the link somehow, and she's trying to come in.
Hello.
Oh my God, Cammy, you got on. How did you get the link?
I had to take it to my notepad, add the number 58, copy that, and put it in the. Took a lot of work.
Well, thanks. Thanks for you saved the night. So what are you doing? What you up to?
Sitting outside, smoking a joint.
Yeah.
About to have a smoke.
That sounds good.
Doing all the bad things, you know. Got to go to work
Do you
tomorrow.
have animals in the background?
Sort of. I got a roommate and a neighbor.
That's funny.
And then there's birds tweeting. I have a hedge here.
I heard animals, like chickens or something.
And patio garden. The other side's not done, so I won't show you that.
So how you been?
Not bad. Had a couple
Yeah,
days off, did laundry, planted my garden, watched you.
So, who else do you watch any popular big time ones like what is his name? I can't remember his name right now. High Impact Flicks. High Impact Flicks.
I am not signed up to almost anybody because I don't have time.
Oh, okay.
I spend most of my time working.
Yeah.
And then maintaining a house and trying not to go crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Place to put my camera.
What state do you live in?
I'm in Canada. I'm on Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
That's right. Yes.
And it's spring here.
And it's spring there?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I am sitting.
I thought you guys would still have snow.
50 degrees Fahrenheit.
What is it?
8 o'clock at night, and it's 50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought you guys would still have snow in April.
Oh, hell, almost anywhere else will still have snow. I'm right at coastline level, right on an island. So get snow hardly at all. Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks out of the year.
Oh, wow.
We have palm trees.
Yeah. Oh, you do? Holy cow. You're living the good life, huh?
We always say that it's like the Hawaii of Canada. All the fun volcanoes, and I need a better spot for my camera. It's charging, so it's on a cord, so I can't just put it on the table.
So, what do you do for fun around Canada?
Right now, absolutely sweet diddly fuck all. Oh, go away. I can't see nothing because I got stupid advertisement up on the screen.
I hate that. I hate that when it's always that the advertisement always pops up at the right time too. And then when I try to knock the advertisement away, I'll knock the whole damn thing like swish swish. Now I'm really lost. So I was gonna ask you if you watch Bull Gun today, but you said that you don't really have time to watch a lot of people.
Playing somebody else's channel, and I got this. I'm gonna leave when we come back as soon as I figure out how to get rid of this thing.
It's hard to hear you. Okay. Okay, well, that was Cammy. And, she put the link in there. You know how I did it? And she just added 58 to it. So, obviously, y'all other ones don't want to get in here that bad. I get it. I get it. Fuck y'all. Can't be that damn hard. Kim back in. Just waiting for her to stop buffering.
There we go.
And here we go.
When in doubt, just make it
There we
shrink.
go. Hey. Hi, Cammy. How you doing?
About contacting my kids, so I'm good. Usually that's how I fix my tech. I just ask my kid and get him to fix it for me. And he doesn't live with me, so I have to do it via text. It takes a while usually, but I did it myself. We're good. I just need some place to stick my damn phone. Because otherwise, I'm just going like this. Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. You're fine. Dearest Dawn says, "Is that a vape?"
A vape? No.
Yeah.
No, I have
No,
one. I'm just not using it.
It's the real deal.
It's a real
Rick,
cigarette that I have to quit.
Rick, what's up?
Word. I'm just gonna unplug
Rick,
it. We'll go with no battery.
Rick,
Okay. Now let's put this somewhere. What does Rick want to know?
Actually, I was just gonna say, Rick is a lot like you. If I was to post, you know, the link like I did without the 58, he would go and do. But you two are the most loyalist fans I got that will go and do that to help me out tonight, to go through all that trouble to get yourself
I
on.
have it on my copy paste. If I can actually figure out how to post it in your chat, I will once I leave. I just can't be on the YouTube part of my cell phone and here at the same time, and I don't have access to chat. I can't do it now. But once I leave, I'll go post it, and then other people will be able to come in.
See, now, Rick, if you were to go that link and do whatever you got to do, put 58 in there. 58 at the end of that link, and you can come in. You know what? It's only the smart people that get in here.
Stubborn.
No, you're all smart. You're all smart.
I would have been able to do it easy on the computer because I can just grab it with the mouse and copy and paste. But with my phone, it's so much different. I don't know how to do that, so it took forever to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I literally just went to the StreamYard and copied it from there, and then took it to my notepad and pasted it there, added 58, and then copied that and took it back to StreamYard and put it in.
I guess that was a lot of work. Hey, do you have any pets?
No, my 3 cats died a couple years ago, and I have yet to find a in-need cat, which is usually how I get my animals.
Oh, okay.
Now this is a joint. It's not a cigarette.
So, how do you feel about the? What do you think's going on?
Well, I think there's a lot of plans to do a lot of weird things going on, and I'm pretty sure it's all going to be utilized for good in the end, because that's pretty much how everything in life goes. We just don't see how it's going to work out yet, so it looks really freaky. Because, like, we see all their plans and hear all their plans, and none of it sounds good. I mean, it's all stupid. All the lockdown here is really stupid. We're at wave 3, and like half the people have gotten their vaccination, and the first one, because you can't get your second one yet. And oh geez, that bird just isn't going to shut up. He wants to be in the stream too. I don't know if you can hear him or not, but he's trying real hard.
I like the sound. I like that.
I feed them, so they tend to come onto the patio a lot, but I feed the squirrels and all sorts of animals. I got flowers for the bees going.
I bet you the neighbors just love you.
I go out of my way to make sure the neighbors love me, actually. I made most of them banana bread. Show up with bananas for the ones that have kids so they can eat. But I work at like a discount grocery store, so I get like a box of bananas for $5, and I can't store 40 pounds of damn bananas. So it's in my best interest to find them homes anyway.
I was saying that because I was living in one place where I was, feeding the squirrels and just doing what you just said. The neighbors didn't like me because I was bringing the animals over to the, over by their houses. So they got mad.
Some people kind of get mad. Like I had some getting mad because you should not be feeding certain color squirrels. You should only feed certain color squirrels. And I'm like, racist much against squirrels? Like, holy shit. Don't feed the black squirrels. I'm like, what?
You squirrel racists.
Oh, I use their own language and rules and faux pas against them. So like when they try to get in your face because you're not wearing a mask or whatnot, pull the I'm exempt because of medical and you're getting in my 6-foot bubble, you're putting me in danger. And you use their own fucking rules against them when they're getting in your face to try and get aggressive, because then that really throws them off because they don't want to break their own rules, because then that would make them a hypocrite.
You know, one of my favorite things to do is go down to the local coin store when I get paid and go through and find they have like a half off box, and you can find, you know, silver dimes and stuff in there, and they may have it marked at like $3. You get a silver dime for $1.50. It's a pretty good deal. And you get to collect the old ones and stuff like that. So I went in there, and it doesn't cost much, you know, it's like $10-$20, you know. So I go in there, and I'm looking through this box for like 15 minutes. I don't know what he's doing. I'm the only person in the store. And he finally gets up and he says, he goes, can I help you? And I'm like, no, just looking. He goes, do you have a mask? And I said, no. So he goes to start to, you know, turn around to get me one. And I said, don't bother. I'm not going to put it on. He goes, but
you're exempt. They're not allowed to ask for proof. They just have to take you at your word.
I said, he goes, why? I said, because I can't breathe.
Yeah, but saying you can't breathe is different from saying you're exempt.
He goes, do you have a doctor?
For many different reasons.
He goes, do you have a doctor's note? I said, I don't fucking need a doctor's note.
Yeah, you see, you got to say it in polite terms for them to follow it. Yeah. But if you just say, I'm exempt, and then if they go, well, I need to see a doctor's note, you go, it's illegal for you to ask for my doctor's note.
Yeah.
That's against my rights. And they can't legally ask for it. Like here, there's a big sheet rule right from the government that says everybody's supposed to be in a mask. There are a few people who are exempt. You must take them at their word. You can't ask them for proof. But that part's not widely spread about to people because, you know, how many people would say I'm medically exempt if they could fucking get away with it, right? So they're not going to tell people that. Right. But you can, and they have to take you at your word. The stores do. People will still freak out. I mean, the crowd is going to be the stupid crowd. I fucking serve them, and I would like to fucking strangle most of them, but you can't. I do see glimmers of hope, though. There's a good 20 to 30% that are strongly awake, partially. Now, I say partially because they don't know exactly what's going down, but they totally know that this is all fucking crap. And there's many different reasons that they'll come up with why it's happening. But at least they're aware that something's happening. So I just give them a little more breadcrumbs because I'm not really allowed to talk at work. So I just give them a few things they should Google, and I'll just give them a few keywords to look for that'll send them in the right direction and start them down the next rabbit hole pretty much. And leave it sort of at that, because that's all I can do. And still I'm getting active fight, but I think that's actually like the negative energy fighting back, because I'm actually trying to sow seeds of awareness out there for the ones that are looking. And so of course I'm going to get pushed back and whatnot, and had people like just fucking lose it. Like the other day I had a customer, perfectly good customer.
Be attacked. I'll talk about spiritually. I know I'm being spiritually attacked.
Oh yeah, I get it all the time. And then the reality jumps where people's personalities just flip. And I'm trying to, like, I've got to keep like 85-90% of the population that I deal with happy to maintain my employment. And I kind of want to maintain my employment because while I'm there, I have access to all sorts of different things that let me do a lot of good in the community, which wouldn't happen there necessarily with the other people working there that should be happening. Like, we're in a low income area. We have a ton of really nice people who have donated money to a fund that we call Helping Hands. And when people who need to eat food come in and they're short, we have the ability to put the rest on this account so they can still get all of their food. And not every cashier is willing to do that for a large portion of the population. They like to single out all of the homeless as crackhead stealing homeless. And so they won't help any of them. And that's exactly what that fund is there for, is to help the people who are in need, single moms, elderly, homeless, be able to get food so that they can eat. And I think I'm like one of the only cashiers left who's actually actively putting stuff on that account, because I've noticed that account is like now sitting at almost $1,500. And I'm going like, what the fuck? Like, why isn't this being used? So I'm actively, when people come through, making sure that if they're looking for actual food, I'm putting it on. I'm not letting them charge smokes. I don't let them, like, you know, if they're coming in, they're trying to buy, you know, some pop and a whole bunch of like pixie sticks and chocolates and candy. That's not necessarily all going on that thingy. But if they're coming in, they're trying to buy groceries, that's going on that account. If they don't have enough money, I just, you know, tell them, don't worry about it, whatever, you've got enough here, don't worry, we'll figure it out. And I don't really let them know how I'm figuring it out, but because I don't want everybody actively thinking they can come charge groceries there either.
Right, exactly.
But not a lot of people are going to be doing that. And I like the fact that I'm in a small enough grocery store, because it's a small family run grocery store, that is actually giving Walmart a run for their money, which is hilarious. It's not that we're making the same amounts of money. It's just that almost all the other stores are having a hard time maintaining their business. And when we had a hard time, we just put the word out on the street that we were having a hard time. And our options are either raise the price of groceries, which we don't want to do, because like right now, like when I say discount groceries, I mean discount groceries. We get like the family size bag salad kits where it's like a full Caesar salad with bacon bits and cheese and everything. And we'll put the salad in the family size on for like 99 cents. And we'll clear out like 500 of them in like a day. But that's where we make our profit, is bulk sales. We buy them cheap, we sell them cheap. And everybody gets to eat healthy. And almost no other store is doing that right now. We year round have really wicked sales on shit. Like I have paid $5 for an entire baby back rib dinner with mashed potatoes and barbecue sauce and the whole like works. The entire cost of that meal was $5.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So a lot of times when people come in and they're like freaked out because they've got $20 to their name, we'll take the time to run them around the store and show them all the different ways they can eat for a week for $20.
You're making me hungry. that and the weed is catching up.
Just, you never know what's going to come in, because we get trucks 6 days a week, and we buy random cheap things that other stores have turned away because they don't want to take the time to sort it. We'll take the time to sort it and sell it cheap. But then we run at budget costs. So the store only rakes in a lot of money if we get a lot of sales. So when COVID first hit and everybody stayed home, that drained all of the savings my boss had, and we went into the red, and he just about closed down.
Wow.
And so we went on national news and told the story and said, you know, we really don't want to raise the prices. So what we need is people to come out and support the store. And oh my God, I've been so busy now. I can't fucking, there's no breaks. You can't, you got to clean in between every customer. So now if I'm not serving somebody, I'm cleaning the counter and then serving the next person and cleaning the counter and serving the next person. And I could perform every single time, because a coworker of ours got exposed to somebody who had COVID. And so like they had to shut our store down for a weekend. So now they're making us clean between every single customer, pretty much the entire surface, the debit machine, the whole 9 yards. It's so annoying. It's not funny. And then everybody looks at me weird because I'm exempt, so I'm not in a mask. I've got that stupid face
my
shield
God.
thing that's in front.
You're around all
But
of
you
them.
can breathe with that thing on. So I'm like, okay, I'm willing to accept the face shield while I'm at work because at least it's not smothering me and people can still see me fucking smile and talk and I can communicate. And I'm at this point unwilling to pull away to the point where I'm not helping all the starving people who are becoming homeless and whatnot. Because at this point, I think I'm doing more good by pretending to go along and being medically exempt and helping. Because I can sow as many seeds as I can and keep feeding the population, which at this point is really hard because all the groceries are jacking through the roof. So when you can get cheap groceries, like you get cheap groceries. And so I just, as often as I can, and I grabbed the organic seeding potatoes, which by the way, I got my bag of organic seeding potatoes for 99 cents. And I went and threw them in the garden. And I've been growing them for 3 years now. I've got so many potatoes, I don't know what to do. And it's just in a tote on my deck. But I let them.
Because you
Pardon me?
just said that. I said, are we on a rerun here? Because you just said that 3 times in a row. You said the same sentence. So
I didn't say it 3 times in a row, so it must be.
me, you did. Just no.
Well, it must be the
I thought it might be.
system doing it because I didn't verbally speak about
Yeah.
organic potatoes 3 times in a row. That would be times 2 now that I've mentioned them.
You're fucking me up. That's funny. But that's nice that your story does that. There's
It's,
not.
yeah, a rare thing to see. We had credit in the store until a few years ago. Certain people could actually charge their groceries and pay it off later.
Mhm.
He used to do that for all single mothers for the longest time and low-income families and shit like that. And people just took advantage of it too much. And so it's slowly dying out. Pretty much everybody who had an account got to keep their account. And as they're dying off, their accounts are closing out and no new accounts are being opened.
Wow.
So it's phasing out, but it's not gone. But you should see how many people try and get an account there because they see the book come out and they're like, how can I charge groceries here?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, like holiday times, if we have access to cheap turkeys and shit, which he gets a lot of the time.
Where do you guys get these wholesale? I mean,
My boss has owned the store for 45 years, and he was the original bag boy from the previous owner. And the store has been there for over 100 years. And so, like, there are long-term vendors who have been supplying the store for a long time, and he's been dealing with them. And I've heard him bicker with them on the phone, and it's hilarious because he'll ask how much it costs, and then he'll say, fuck you, that's too expensive. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I've never heard anybody talk like that to somebody business-like on the phone before. But yeah, we, like, to this day, sell all the loaves of bread. I think the most expensive one on the shelf is the organic Dave's Killer Grain Bread, which is like $7 everywhere else. And it goes for 99 cents at my work. We'll sell $1.49 bread and $1.99 bread if we get really fancy, expensive breads in. But like, you know, even the gluten-free breads we've sold for like $1.50.
Wow.
And like, usually that's like through the roof for that shit. But we try to find all the best deals. And usually what it is we get offered something that the date of best before is now coming up on items. And sadly, most people don't understand how best before dates work. Everything has to have one now and not everything expires. So depending on the product, we'll buy it and sell it for cheap.
I want my stuff to expire as fast as possible. I don't want my shit lasting a month because then you know it's old. You know, like bread. If my bread's lasting
well, bread you won't last that long unless you buy Wonder Bread. For the longest time, that shit wouldn't mold, which really made me not want to eat it at all. Because that tells me it's not food. If bacteria is not touching it.
And Wonder Bread was so pushed when
If you're buying things like Miracle Whip, mayo, shit like that, they'll put a best before date on it. If you haven't opened that jar, it's actually good for a year beyond that date, and you just have a month to eat it once you open it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
And
right.
canned goods, it's like 7 years beyond the date that they say usually for most things, 3 to 7 years. Just after that date, you just have to be aware of what's in it, and depending on the product. Now, if you're getting canned beans and shit, it's definitely way longer than the date that's on there. Mustard doesn't expire, don't believe that. Honey doesn't expire. Fucking, they have expiry dates on salt. Salt does not expire. You cannot, like, fucking nothing lives in it. It'll live forever. I buy it all on sale because they are stupid enough to throw it on sale. I'll buy it. But that's kind of how I've stored my entire stash. I can actually help probably 7 or 8 families right now for a good 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, well, why would you do that? And I go, well, because when the time hits, so many people are going to be unprepared. You're either going to be the person who has to defend all your shit. And well, I live in Canada, there's no guns. Or you're going to have to build a community so that you can group up together to defend your shit. And the community would be a lot safer.
Yeah,
and you can need community anyway, because if you're going to survive any length of time, you're going to need different skills, and not everybody can learn all skills. So you just have to have people who are smart, who can learn different skills, and you can overlap each other.
Right.
And so
Yeah,
I just set myself up so I can help a lot of people. I used to live next to a secondhand store. So I got my hands on things like a solar shower so that I can have heated, warm water, which is handy just for camping even.
Yeah.
Instead of having to jump in a lake. I gathered pots and shit you can use over campfires so that you can cook food and sterilize water and all that nifty G. Just as many things as I could.
I miss camping.
Oh, I haven't camped in years. I want to camp because, well, you shouldn't really let those skills go too rusty. But I have like 5 or 6 tents. I just collect them anytime I found them on sale, but I would find them for like $3. So you buy them when you can find a tent for $3.
Yeah. Bread is $3 a loaf here. Yeah, I guess it depends on what kind of bread you buy around here too. I mean, you can pay that over $3 a loaf. But if you're talking about your regular $1.50 used to be $1.50 loaf.
The floofy crap bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff my roommate likes, the floofy crap bread. You may have saw him pass by. You had to go in the house.
I think they got us as far as if you think about it, when we go to buy something, there's usually at least 3 or 4 different prices we have to choose from. Either the poorest or the best, or there's a middle ground in there somewhere. So usually you're either gonna grab, if you're me.
If they're selling it in a store, I can almost guarantee it's almost all the same crap no matter what they label it at.
Yeah.
Nothing hardly that we're buying unless you're buying fresh produce and fresh meats that you can guarantee came from a farm where the animals were actually doing, farm animal stuff. You're not getting what you think you're getting. Most chicken that people are eating is somewhere between the ages of 3 and 6 weeks old. And I'm not saying after death. I'm saying that chicken was between 3 and 6 weeks old, and they give it growth hormones to make it grow really fast. And it's just a baby. And you can tell that your chicken is that way because your chicken meat will have striations. And you'll see like stretching where the muscles have stretched really fast and quick. So your chickens have been grown too fast because they're just mass producing them for sale, which is really sad because that means we're eating babies in reality. it kind of drives me nuts. And I'm like, there is a middle ground. I get where Pete is coming from. There's a middle ground, though. We just all need to go back to actually old-fashioned farming for our food.
Yeah.
Not this mass-produced crap that they're doing.
We're gonna, I think,
that's one of the cool things about what might happen, because when shit hits the fan, yeah, the people that are going to go with them are going to get their mass-produced shit. We're all going to go and do our shit, which means we're going back to a more basic lifestyle, which means our food is actually going to be more healthy for us.
Yeah, more local.
Hunting, fishing, and farming.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if you're not accepted in society, you're living in the outskirts, and that means the people who can survive will survive, and those are the ones that remember how to camp, know how to hunt, know how to fish.
Yeah.
Basic lifestyle things. And all the people that are sadly wallied out, like we'd like to call them, aren't going to be able to do that, and those are the people that are going to die first.
Yeah, yeah, and that's going to be an awful lot.
It's going to be a lot, and don't get me wrong, it's going to be tough on all of us that aren't in shape either, and I'm one of them.
I know.
Because I've managed to let my health slip enough, but that's because, well, fucking, I haven't been able to get a doctor to take me serious for so long. Like the shit you're just discovering now, that's been my medical treatment my entire life, and I couldn't explain to you why. I've had weird shit happen. I can't tell you why, like why I was in the hospital for 6 months when I was 6 years old. I was tested for something. All I was ever officially told is that I was left-handed. But I was taken out of school and put in a hospital for 6 months for testing. And I remember electrodes, and I remember all sorts of different machines.
Really?
Oh, yes.
Wow.
I stopped telling people all the different weird things that I used to be able to do and see as a kid because of shit like that, because it just never led to good things. Like, it always led to bad things. I used to see bright colored auras. I prayed that away. I now see very dull haze around people. That is their aura, but I don't see it in color anymore because I think I had my prayer answered. It was taken away and I didn't see it. But sadly, that's a bad thing, because when I could see it, I could tell you who was good and who was bad just by a visual fucking reference, because I could see the color of the aura. I could also tell when people were in pain.
I get that.
And I used to be able to mess with it and pluck out the pain, which was fun.
Oh, that would help. Wearing a mask, having that ability. Having that ability would have helped you now, because everybody wears a mask, so you really have a hard time telling who's good and who's bad. But
the eyes.
My thing is, I feel their, whatever you want to call it,
energy. If you can get in the 6-foot bubble, you'll feel their energy. Yeah, and if you can't, and you can see, look in their eyes. Their eyes are a dead giveaway.
The ones that got the vaccine?
No, just being able to tell people who are going to be troublemakers and who aren't. You can go in their eyes once you know how to read their eyes. I have to go inside because, well, I've had enough outside. So I'm taking you inside. I have Christmas lights up because I'm a dork and I refuse to take them down. They're my security lights for outside. I have no outside lights, so.
Was it getting a little chilly out there?
Sort of. If I stay out there, I'll just keep smoking, and that's not good for me. See if I can prop this up somewhere. Yay! I can't tell if anybody else is waiting to come in or not. I don't know if I'll be able to see them or not. But feel free to bump me if somebody else comes.
The link out there.
Well, here, let me see if I can't get my computer to do it for you. I don't think it should interfere because I have my computer on a headset, so you shouldn't hear anything by me clicking on here. Let me know if it fucks you up, though.
Okay.
But I've got you on here. I'll try and scroll back and get the link. Copy. Take it to Notepad.
Oh boy. So what are we gonna do? We got to go. We're gonna have to go back to. Oh, I really found out what the medical system's gonna be like in the future, because it's already here. There is
There you go, everybody.
no medical.
Now everybody can.
The only medical I'm gonna get is from some guy, or some girl that we name Medicine Woman. Because the so-called professionals are too good for us now.
I've been doing just research on my own for years now. I'll go to the doctors when I need a test run because you need their lab work still. But then when you get the results, instead of listening to what they say, listen to the words they're saying and get your test results. I actually have my own come to the computer and I get what the doctor would get sent to me so I can read it. Take it over. I take it to the medical site and I get the read up the doctor actually gets and what it suggests to do. Like with the last one, when I went to the hospital because I hemorrhaged, I need estrogen. But when you take estrogen from the doctor, that can possibly give you cancer. So what I did is I Googled what foods naturally increase your estrogen levels. And I'm eating those because I will not reject my own estrogen.
Oh.
So they're just always giving you their version that'll make them money. And I usurp them and I go and check to see what I can do myself to treat myself. And I've been doing that for my entire life because they don't fucking care. Looks so weird because the computer is so far behind when I look up, so I'm just not looking at it. That was the only way I could think of to post the link for everybody.
Oh, you did post it?
I did post it.
I don't see it.
Doing shit on my phone is so complicated, and I've learned my computer, so I just go with my computer now. And everybody has to not mind I'm no makeup. My hair's just in a couple of pigtails, and the rest is in the back because I was doing shit today in laundry, and so it's the get my hair out of my face day. Because it's either that or scratch all my skin off, which is sad because you'd think having long hair is a good thing, but no, not when you're allergic to it. I just look so dorky with short hair, so I don't cut it off.
If you posted it, it didn't show up.
Did it not show up? Okay, well then, we will. That just means they're trying to fuck with links again. So I will split it up enough and everybody can just copy it and take it to the link and take out the space bars and add because usually it's the .com that fucks everything up. It doesn't like to do it when there's .coms in there. So let's see if it'll post that. Did that work, everybody?
Yep.
Okay. They just have to copy that, take out the space by the period and by the M, and it should take them to StreamYard.
What's some shit?
I think they took posting links away again. YouTube's just
trying to slow me down. If they can't get me physically, then they're now.
It's not just you, it's everybody. You go anywhere and they're just fucking with everybody. It's like they're slowly taking shit away, but they're doing it so slow that everybody's just letting it happen because it's not threateningly fast. And so they're not freaking out, and I don't understand. Yeah, it's missing 2 backslashes and an HTTP : but the moment you put those in, it just won't post it. So anyway, I'm going back to rolling because, you know, if I'm not smoking marijuana, I'm rolling marijuana.
Can we still post links, or did they take it away again?
They took it away again.
Did they take it away?
Yes. That's why nobody can post links. And we were posting them last night because I collected a whole bunch of people's links to their YouTube pages. And what I think it is they took
So that's
away
why I
the
can't.
ability to post anything that's not a YouTube page. So that's nothing that won't promote themselves. Taking away the competition.
That's why I can't do. That's why I'm
Wait,
having trouble.
yeah. But yeah, I get skin conditions all the time. And sadly, because I'm fully vaccinated, my mom was very fictitious about taking us to doctors and having us tested. She was a hypochondriac. And so, like, she's done some fucked up things, let me tell you. I've had a family that would go to your place of employment and tell your boss that you are bipolar, and there is no medical record that ever states that I'm bipolar. In fact, remember, I've been in the hospital and tested for 6 months, and all they found out is I was left-handed that I could figure out. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell they really tested me for. I would really like to find out. It took me until this year to find out my blood type. And I have requested that since I was in my 20s, and I'm 45. And they have tested me. I've gone in and taken the blood work repeatedly. And when it comes back, the doctor says it's not on the form for some reason. And I don't understand, because when I got my medical forms and all the lab work, it was listed there. So that is one of the only good things I have ever found with technology, is at least if you know how to use it, what you're looking for. Yes, it's a pathway to evil. It also will give you access to information if you know how to weed through all of the boring shit. Which is one of those things I'm really good at, which is why I read through all of the documents to prove on the UN website that chemtrailing was actually real, and I found all of their technical jargon for it, and it was buried on page like 117. So that'll tell you why most people don't find that shit, because they give up long before page 117.
Question, kind of off the subject a little bit. Back to the links. Do they now take out the links that you would put in your descriptions?
No, that's why I was telling you should probably go underneath where you host your show. When it tells you to describe or give a brief description of your show, post your links there and it'll let you.
Okay.
That's where I'd post like your PayPal and your join.
Yeah.
That way everybody who wants to join in can just click out of chat and click
I
on the
can't
link.
do that right now, can I?
YouTube links will work because they're promoting YouTube. But
Right.
anything that doesn't have a YouTube link is not going to work.
Right, but what I'm saying is I'm
talking to Tobin, who posted a YouTube link and it showed. The reason why that's showing is because it's a YouTube link, and so you're promoting within the system, and they'll let their own shit get posted because, well, that's self-promotion, and while everybody blokes smoke up their own ads. What this world is about. That's what I was taught when I went to some stupid job training fucking thing that I had to skip to actually go get a job because it wasn't helping me get a job. But they suggested blow smoke up your ass, lie on your resume, and lie to your employers. And I'm like, this is not a good thing to be promoting, people. I was like, oh my God, this is where we're going. And this was, geez, my kid was 5 when I was being told that. So we've had 20 years of people pulling that shit. And so that's probably why we're at the state we're in now.
Well, that is not good. Yeah, no, I know we are definitely
still nobody came in.
Yeah, because the link for some reason there's no way being able to post it. I can't
Well, all
even,
they have to do is take out the spaces in the one that I sent and add HTTP
Okay.
colon in front of it and then 2 slashes.
I think. Oh, this thing is just not letting me. Okay. I think, yep, it won't. It won't. An error occurred. Wait a moment, then try again. And you try again. And you try again. And you. Fuck it. Well, I'm going to have to start getting very creative. Because not a whole lot of people can do what you did, Cammy. By getting in here.
Did that one post? Because they only have to take out the 2 spaces in that one if it posted.
Yeah, I've seen that go up.
It's the .com they're looking for. That's why I split that up. Their algorithm's smart, but, well, we're smarter.
So, yeah, okay, I see. I wouldn't even thought of that. Yeah, that's why you're Cammy.
Oh, I just sit and pluck away at it until one of them shows. Does it like this? No, try this. Okay, does it like this? Try this. But I'm a puzzle person. I was good at math too, which really probably messes with them when they call me and ask me, because our government does that.
How did she post it in there?
She didn't have the 58.
Oh, yeah. That's what I tried.
Yeah. Then when you post the full link, for some reason, it doesn't like it.
That's
now, if you're on their cell phone, I found it very difficult to copy and paste. I had to click the link and then click the little copy button at the top of StreamYard's page when it posts. At the top, there were 3 options. And the middle one, which looked like 2 sheets of paper, was the copy link thingy. And I copied that and took it over to a notepad, a document form, and just posted it in there and copied it from there.
Hey, Bill.
Cell phones make things so difficult. They say they're easier, but as much as they're easier, they're also more complicated.
It must be only the women that know how to get in here.
She just understood the directions. She didn't need pictures.
Hi. I figured it out. It didn't work, though. It gave me a 404. But
I did what?
yeah, it didn't work when I
404
tried
page.
it, but then you just put the 58 on the end of it and it works.
See, hey, at least I got the easiest way to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I was enjoying your guys' conversation a whole bunch. Cammy, oh my goodness.
I babble a lot.
No, I really enjoy it. That's so fascinating. I wonder what happened. Like, why would they put you in the hospital and not give you anything?
I was 6 years old when they did that to me.
Oh my goodness.
That was
it
very
sounds
scary
like-
at 6 years old. Now, keep
got
in
a whole
mind, I
bunch
was
of
also the baby who was dropped down a flight of cement stairs and looked like a cone head at 3 weeks of age.
Oh.
And
Wow.
managed to rewire and do everything, so that might have confused them.
Yeah. I was more than dropped down stairs. Like, I would hide in cedar chests at 3 years old. Like, I would
I
climb
did
into
for
my
completely
grandparents'
different
cedar
reasons.
chests.
You hid from my family, but
Yeah.
we
Or
had
try and
reasons
run
to
away.
hide.
Well, whose mom tried to kill him at 2 years old? Mine.
Wow.
Tried to drown me in
I'm
the
pretty sure mine could have by accident killed us, because I'm pretty sure she had Munchausen by proxy. I know that she doesn't think any of her children are normal, and my sister now legitimately has split personality disorder. She went to a therapist. This is where I learned doctors really suck. She went to a therapist to
Right?
remember her childhood because we blocked our childhood. Like most of our childhood, we don't remember. And we have bits and pieces, but not much. And so, of course, she went to therapy. I don't recommend going to therapy and doing things like regression therapy unless you're ready, because they regressed her in a way where she would remember what they were going to let her reveal. And when she awoke, she had 5 personalities.
Yeah, if you aren't led by spirit to start it and go into regression, it just kind of happens naturally. And you let them hypnotize you into it. I've seen so many people come
I'm
out
like,
with
just don't. Well, what she
scary,
remembered, like
scary
nobody should
stuff.
remember. My camera's not angled right like that. So
I
I guess
freaking hate the cameras. Ah.
I know. I just
Aren't they
I
fun?
don't like myself on camera to begin with. I never have. I have a feeling that also stems from my childhood. Another reason why I don't want to remember mine. Like I've had offers to go to therapy and they'll give you free therapy. And I said to them, no thanks, because if my brain wants me to remember that and thinks I'm ready to handle it, it'll let me remember it. And until then, it's not going to let me, so I can function. Thank you.
That's how mine has been. Like bits and pieces have come back when I was ready.
If God wanted me to
But
know it, I would know it. And the fact that he's protecting me from it means that I don't need to know it. I know enough to know I don't want to know the rest. I've heard what my sister went through. We were raised in the same house. I know what my brother remembers.
as long
I
as you
think I
don't
want
like
to remember.
do what my family did, because we were raised in a satanic ritual abuse where it was underground. So they would give us roofies as children, so we didn't remember what happened. And it was like when those memories started to come back and I tried to share them with my family members, they just shut it
Nobody
down
wants to hear that. And
completely.
even
They
if,
did not want to hear it.
no, even the most well-intentioned people, I don't really talk about the stuff I even do remember because I don't want to give them nightmares. And I know it will.
Yeah.
It's just I tell people when I hear them talking and I'm like, yeah, I've lived a story that could be a Hollywood movie, and
Easily, right?
not
Yeah,
one like
I hear
one that
you.
would fit in with today's theme, even, which is really sad.
Right.
And
Yeah. No, I
that's how
hear
I
you.
know the excuse of, like, you know, their life situation and how they were raised is the product of who they are. Well, yes and no, it's still your life choices of what you've made, because a lot of us have lived through those horrible, icky things that nobody should really talk about, and did not decide to become an evil, sadistic, twisted fuck
Yeah. Yeah.
at the end. Like,
Yeah.
we're
Decided to
working
fight
now
against
to
it. For some of
promote
us, I think it made it
protection from
stronger.
it wherever we can.
Yeah.
And it did take a long time to get to where I'm at because, well, as much as the moment that I really was like 17, I was like fucking out of there and doing my own shit. But it took a while to get a lot of the mental fuck out with that out of your head, because I was not prepared for the real world.
Bro, no, I totally hear you. Like I'm
That
still
smacked me in the face real hard for many years. Because, like, I couldn't fathom how much the world would lie for their own self-gain all over the place.
Yeah. Like, see, I remember being like 6 years old and asking my mom, why do people use paper for money? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Why are we using money even when things can be shared amongst each other and trade? Like, that's what my mind understood was trade. I didn't understand paper. I never did. I was like, what is going on here? But yeah, I was definitely born in a different time
It's an
zone, I think, or
IOU
something.
written without the words IOU written on it.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Because
Yeah,
you haven't figured
so
out what you wanted in trade yet. So I've got this IOU note and I'm going to hand it to somebody, and then they're going to have that IOU note, and I'm trading it for something. Pretty much that's what money is.
yeah. Yeah, basically. And now, I mean, it doesn't even have a backing to it. So
Well, the
it's
thing
like
is,
nothing.
money is whatever you
Toilet
make it.
paper is
They've
more
given it a lot of power,
valuable.
and they've given it very little power. Like, they call it powerful. A lot of people assume it's powerful. It's got little buying power right now, but it has as much or as little as we actually value. And right now, people love money more than people, which is really scary because I value money like I value a fucking hammer or a screwdriver. It is a means to an end. Money doesn't do things for me. What I can do with the money does, but just like what I can do with flour to make food, or a hammer to build something, or like, you know, it's just a means to an end. It's not the product that I'm seeking.
Right. Which
and
makes
neither is any
all
of my
the difference.
stuff, which really confuses people because a lot of people get attached to stuff. I've had to redo my household so many times that the first time sucked. I was, granted, I was attached to my stuff, but that's back when I had stuff I cared about.
Yeah.
Now it's all just shit that, like, you know, I try to buy it at a good deal now, which a lot of people would call cheap, and I just call it being frugal because there's better things to be able to spread your money to, and the more that I don't spend now is the more I can use to help somebody later. So it kind of works that way. And I saved up for a while, and then they ate my savings away with this stupid health crisis. But I was blessed by the Lord to have just enough money that I didn't have to go into debt for it, because I had to take like just about 3 weeks off work.
Oh, so now are you on the east side or the west side of Canada?
I'm on the west side.
Ooh, really?
Oh, yes. Lower west side. I am low enough on the border that if you drew a straight line border across the United States and Canada, I would be considered on the line of the United States and Canada. But because we're on an island, it gets below the island.
Okay, so you're like by the Washington side.
Yes.
Like Washington's right
I
below
literally
you.
on a good day,
you're so close.
at the ocean, I can see the Washington Mountains.
Cool. You're probably about 10 hours away from me. Do you know where Eureka is? It's the passing for the Montana crossing.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at, is in Eureka. How fun.
That's really cool.
Everybody thinks there's tons of people that are they try to make us think we're so far apart and so split up and so alone, and we're not. I'm blessed enough to know this because I have the privilege of talking to 300 to 500 people every day when I'm working. And instead of having the normal work reactions that everybody has, people are weirded out because I have actual interactions with them and talk to them, and then they get weirded out because random strangers will come up and tell me just like their worst life crisis. I'll be bringing through groceries and I'll go, "How was your day?" And because they're used to me actually asking and actually meaning "How's your day?" and not just, meaning it as, "Hi, how are you?"
Genuine.
They'll actually tell me how their day's going. And I've had people come up to me and go, "Well, today's actually really shitty. I just had social services come and take all my children." And people in line are just looking like, "Why the fuck are you telling a stranger this?" And it's like,
yeah,
but
I get it.
that I actually
I get it. I totally get it. And I'm like, I can totally empathize with that right now. A few people who know me understand, but like it is so hard. And to come out of my house, it's not social services that took kids, it was my ex. My ex is going crazy. And so it's like,
I've had a crazy.
I mean, my kids, how am I supposed to function? I don't know what to do. Okay, go to the grocery store. No, I'm going to cry the whole time I'm in the grocery store.
That's such a big adjustment.
Oh, yeah.
Back when my son moved out, and he stayed a long time, which really confused a lot of people because, I didn't give him special treatment. In fact, when he turned 18, I called him on the rule because I told him, "You're in school or you're paying rent." And so I made him pay rent. I didn't charge him a lot, but I made him pay rent like $300 a month, and rents here are fucking a lot more than that. I'm paying $1,000.
Yeah, which is typical.
So he wasn't even paying a full half. He was just paying something. I was making him cover his groceries pretty much. And he stayed for many years, but he did math like I did math. I taught him old school math, and then they taught him the new math. So he knows both. And he catches all the mistakes that the new math is making, which is hilarious because they've tried to short him on hours, and everybody who's learned the new math didn't even notice they were being ripped off. And he noticed it immediately and called him on it. And publicly called him on it, made sure everybody there knew that he was being shorted hours. And so everybody else then went back and started counting manually their hours to see if they were getting ripped off.
It happens very often. Like I always, when I was working for
first time I
people,
caught that particular scenario, I dated a gentleman a long time ago who his boss was ripping him off for a good $1,500 a paycheck.
Mhm.
And that's a lot of money to be paid.
Yeah.
And it took me about 6
keep 'em in
months to
check.
convince him that he was being ripped off for money because the boss was starting a tab and would take him out drinking, and his drinks would come off of his work check. And so he just thought he was losing track of his tab. And so I told him, well, at the end of the night, when you have a tab, bring home the receipt of what you owe, and I'll keep track for you and see what's going on. And he was being shorted like $1,500 a fucking paycheck. And he was so pissed off when he finally figured it out. But by then we had already split up, and he came back about a year later and he goes, yeah, how are you doing? I go, not too bad. He goes, I just want to, tell you that I apologize for riding you so hard because I found out that, yeah, he was ripping me off. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Like,
I'm good with numbers when we get the government calling us, which we do every once in a while. They'll call to want to ask you how we're doing. And it's a bad idea to call me and ask me that because I'm honest. I don't give a shit if they're going to then put me on some sort of fucking list or whatever. I'm honest. I'm not mean about it, but I'm honest. But I'll tell them the flaw, and then I'll tell them any solutions that I can come up with off the top of my head to rectify the situation, because it's only fair if you're going to tell them they're fucked up, that if you know a solution to it, that you offer it.
Yeah.
So I tried.
Yeah.
They never listen. But I always make sure that they don't really want to call me because, don't take your polls and ask me how things are going, because I'll tell you the fucking honest truth. Right now, they host all the city meetings while I'm still at work. They start at 6. I get off at 7, which is good because they waste a lot of money.
Yeah.
The last one being they paid $1 million for an upgrade on our theater for concerts and conventions and shit. For a door, one door, $1 million. I'm like, does it take you back in time? Does it make you lose weight when you walk through it? Like, for $1 million, I'm expecting something pretty fucking spectacular.
Right? Like huge time travel at least. What's
gotta happen when you pay that much? Like, how much is it made out of gold? Like, what the fuck is with this door? It's $1 million. Like, what? Like, what the hell? Oh, because they forgot to put it in when they were building it.
Right.
But they've done stupid things here. Like, I point out that when we had a big windstorm, probably 10 years ago now, they raised 10 years ago $2 million in a week to replant trees in a park because the trees blew over. We had so many homeless people on the street. We couldn't raise $1 million for them to find a shelter to get them off the street during winter. But we could raise $2 million to replant trees in a park that blew over.
Wow.
I'm saying, what kind of weird ass fucking place do I live in? Where the trees are worth more than a human life.
Yeah.
Welcome to
And don't get me wrong, I
normal.
love trees. I grow things like up the wazoo. But if it came down to I'm going to freeze to death or I'm chopping that fucking tree down, that tree is coming
To
down.
burn it so I can say not from dying. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and I'm sorry, I'll thank the tree and all whatever, but and if I'm chopping a tree down, that means all the dead branches around me are already taken, because first thing I do when I go out and go anywhere is I try not to kill anything. So if I can find wind-blown branches that have already been knocked down and whatnot, that's what I'm using as firewood, because it's already down and dead. You might as well work with what you got.
Well, if you have to cut the damn thing down, you do it, and then later on you plant another one somewhere else.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with how you do that, because when you take down old growth and you're replacing it with new growth, You're destabilizing the land underneath you. The reason why so many sinkholes are opening up is because we are clear cutting forests, and forests are what's holding the dirt up from the hollow that's underneath.
And
And when
making
you
a
take
ton
that
of money off
structure
of that
away,
clear cut too, by the way. Oh, that's a triggering thing. Oh my gosh. That's one of my major triggers.
like
The
we really
clear
need
cut
to protect
and the
how
wood
we're
sale.
taking. I live in a rainforest, so I am all about actual conservation, but with like in reason. I'm not like I don't kill anything. I often
Right.
remind people who are full vegans who are like so uppity and snooty that they don't kill anything, that yes, you're actually killing things, because even if you're full vegan, you're eating animals because they cannot get all of the bugs out of your broccoli and your cauliflower and shit. And so you are still eating microscopic fucking little bugs and getting.
And rat
So
tails and all
do
kinds of fun
not
stuff.
feel so holier than thou. Plus, you're eating food that can be ate by animals. So you're still harming and affecting animals by eating vegetables, or if you're eating it's just, we need to have respect about our food. It's not about what you're eating, it's about how you're doing it.
Yeah. I'm rolling. Packing.
As I'm eating strawberries and grapes.
This is pretty.
and
This stuff
pineapple.
is so pretty. This is
That's very healthy. So good for you.
This is a
Watch the grapes
homegrown
though with your
homegrown
diabetes.
blueberry
The
strain.
what?
And it's so
Grapes are bad.
pretty.
Ooh, that is. Grapes are
amazing.
very high in sugar, and diabetics are only supposed to eat about 6 of them at a time, or you'll send your blood sugar through the roof.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, good to know. I didn't
I
know
have
that.
diabetics running on both sides of my family, and my son's pre-diabetic. So, like, I've been to so many nutritionists and read through the dietary guides and fiddled and farted around. And I don't follow my full dietary plan because, well, fucking chocolate, potato chips, and bacon are really yummy.
I know. I have to go into super strict because my kidney went all flared up on me again.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I had
So
to
I gotta
go
go back to
full
super strict.
vegan, well, vegetarian. I still ate cheese for like a year because my digestive tract went right through the fucking roof, and like everything was setting me off. And so everybody thought it was weird because, like, for the longest time, a year, I didn't eat any meat, and everybody thought that was weird. Because then all of a sudden I just started introducing meat back, and they were like, well, I thought you were going vegetarian.
Yeah.
Like, well, I was setting my digestive tract and like a whole bunch of shit, and I couldn't figure out which it was. I knew it was a meat product, was setting me off. And so I just removed it all until it reset. And then we started introducing healthier meats back in. And I've just been very careful not to like fucking cram bologna or any
Yeah, stay
processed
away from the
crap in
processed
there,
meat.
because I too am probably having either kidney or liver problems. I deduce that solely based on the fact that they told me that my blood is out of whack and my skin has been trying to get rid of toxins, and usually that happens when your system's on overload.
Mine
And so
does too.
I need to do a flush. That I know, but I've been fighting something like that for a long time, so I know it's probably an ongoing reoccurring thing.
Yeah, mine is so recurring.
But
This is
it's
my
never been diagnosed by them because they could give a
fifth
shit. And I'm
one.
going, well,
So
I don't understand how you can't give a shit when you cared so much when I was a kid that you held me in for 6 months. Now all of a sudden I'm just like, ah, fucker.
yeah. No, I hear
That
you.
I think it's solely because I wouldn't tell them about the shit that I knew and what I could see, and
Yeah.
because I knew to be quiet about that shit. Like, no.
See, and I
But
was right. I kind of had to be the same way. Like I couldn't say anything about it. When I started talking about it, either shit went bad around me or things would just start falling to pieces. And I would end up having to leave most of the time. I'd end up having to leave the town I'm in or the house I was in or anything if I talked about what I could see in that house. Because most of the time it was like, I just watched a really dark spirit move into your house.
I used to have
You
to,
might want to know about that, you know?
yeah, I used to have to see shit
Don't
like
wanna hear
that,
it.
and do shit like that. I now have figured out a little bit more control over what it is that I have and do. And so I don't have to move anymore. I
Yeah.
make them go. It's
Yeah.
they are not welcome in my personal abode. and
Yeah.
they get out of my way wherever I go. Which
Yeah.
is really nice.
Like, I've totally learned
But
that for sure.
when I get angry and I'm with the wrong people who also have energies, if we're both angry, shit can go really bad. Like I'm assuming you might have maybe a positive attachment that's always with you, and maybe a negative, at least one negative attachment that is also always with you. Because I've been in arguments where I'm like having a verbal disagreement with somebody and things are getting heated verbally, and shit will fly across the room from another room and smash. And nobody's doing that. That's just shit is flying across the room and smashing because our energies are starting to manifest into something. And
used to happen a
luckily
lot
at that
more when I
point,
was
that's
a
my
kid,
signal to pull energy back and to just not feed it anymore and shut it off and whatnot. But when you don't know what
I've
that
had
is, it can be very
before,
scary.
shit flying through the air. I've had that shit happen
And
to
it
me a
had
few
my
times.
son's father was into feeding that, I guess is the best way we can put
That's how my
that. He
ex is.
also
My ex is into feeding it.
he drew it
Yeah.
out. He was a very talented artist, so he drew it out. It was not a nice thing. Very aggressive. Definitely a woman hater. The guy wanted, he got me when I was young. I was like 18. Found out after a couple of years of being with him and having my son that he actually wanted me to be number one of 12 witches for him in a coven.
Oh, see, that's walking the line of he
I put my
recognized your
fucking foot down.
abilities.
Oh
He
yeah.
could see you in the
Oh
spirit.
yeah. And I put
Yeah.
my foot down and said, there's no fucking way I'm going to get and dive into
I know
that.
what
Don't
you
get
could
me
do.
wrong. I
Mhm.
sort of, as a kid, read into it and looked somewhat into it, but recognized it for what it was and went, fuck no, I'm not going to fucking learn too much of that because I don't want to inadvertently cause too much shit.
Right.
Because I
Right.
know.
Yeah, bring stuff in because you can see it. You know what it
But I
does.
learned very young to listen to that little gut instincts and the soft whatever voice. I like to refer them like the cartoons where you have your angel and your devil on your shoulder, and the devil's really loud and your angel's really quiet, and you got to learn to listen to the quiet one. That's the best way I like to word it, because and it's not a physical representation, but those are both in here. And when you tell people you hear voices, they just think you're fucking crazy. So you have to
I
try and
know.
explain it
Not
like
anymore.
they're all
Thankfully.
you, but it's like your good side and your bad side and your whatnot. But like for years, like anything I would try to describe to people, you would get as crazy when I would try to describe
Yeah.
my skin condition, because when my skin is festering up something that it wants to get rid of, I can tell where it's going to come through because I can feel it traveling through my skin. I have a very good
That's what
connection to
mine
my
is.
body.
Wait, what
And
is yours
they
called?
tell
Mine
you
is
that's in your head, and they try to send you to a psychologist and put you on medication for that. Even
right.
though I can say, okay, look, I'm not going to scratch it. I'm not irritating my skin. I can feel it. It's going to come up here, and it will. They still say that I'm causing it.
And
And I'm going, how am I
it's
causing
in the
it?
blood, right? Like I remember you saying that you understand it has something to do with the blood.
Well, I look at it actually as a good thing. Everybody always looks at it like if it's like, we're being, tortured or whatnot. Think of it as this way. They are spraying us with nanoparticles of robots and shit, and this is our body rejecting
And
it
we're
all.
reacting and rejecting it. Yeah.
Our body is throwing that shit out.
Yeah.
So that's how I look at it, because I am unplugged. Everybody that I know who has this condition seems to be unplugged
What's it
and
called? Do you
isn't
mind me
receiving their
asking?
downloads and isn't getting the upgrades and doesn't get all the new Mandela effect upgrades. And they all see
Right.
these things. They don't know what it is
Right.
per se, and they're on many different levels of awareness and awakeness, depending on really how I see it is their attachment with the creator. If they're not attached to the creator, they are so much farther behind us right now. It is not funny.
Yeah, it's so
And
true.
I get a lot of people that are angry at me because when I tell them I believe in God, they honestly think I'm religious and I don't have a church.
And
I've never been
I'm not
baptized.
religious.
That is not what I'm talking about.
The religion wants to burn up
I've
people
been
like us
raised
at the
in
stake.
religion, don't get me wrong, but I didn't
What
jump
have you
to it.
done
You
with
have to
that?
make that choice when in the religion I was raised on your own to get baptized. And I never
Right.
actually got baptized because I was unsure what was going on, because by then I had already had them fail me, because when I figured out what the abuse was and that it was so wrong, we tried going through the right channels. I mean, hell, we went to the church, we went to the schools, we went to the doctors, we went to the police, and nothing got done. In fact, when we went to the police, they drove us back to the abusive home.
Yeah. That's what
So
happened
that'll
in my
tell you
case
exactly
too.
where the world was then. So when I see people wig out, because a lot of times they're overprotective and they'll check if you're just having a screaming match with your kid because you took away their video game, and the cops will come out now to check and they'll do a welfare check on your kid. And people get so irate at that. I'm like, I don't, because I would have loved for them to have done that when I was a kid. So the fact that they're doing it for kids now is a good thing, because I would rather them come and check and close the account in 5 minutes after they realize, no, that the kid is just wigging out because you grounded them from the Xbox. And it's a really easy way to tell. You let the cop come in briefly and listen to your kid fitting out. If the kid is fitting out and having a spoiled rotten attack, they are cussing and swearing and slamming things, and they will know immediately within 30 seconds it is not an abused child, because no abused child will do that.
No, they don't. No, abused children
And
are
so then they go,
quiet.
sorry for wasting your time, and you go, no problem, and they're really happy
Yeah.
that you don't get mad at them, and then they leave.
Yeah, no, they're quiet.
I've had them
And
called on
abused
me
children
numerous
will
times.
will reach out immediately if they think, okay, there's somebody in here that can help get me out of this. And they'll
Well,
reach out.
the cop wouldn't even go in my son's room. He was having such a big fit and breaking so much shit in there and
Yeah.
throwing fits so loud that the cop wouldn't even open the door to go in, because she
Oh,
could
how
tell from
funny.
the outside
Yeah.
that there was no way he was abused, because an abused child would not do something that would get them totally an ass whooping.
Yeah.
Because
No,
what
yeah.
abused child does that, right? And so I looked at her, I said, no problem, and explained to her that I'm really happy she checked anyway, because I'd rather a false yes than you not check and find out that a kid died later. And she goes, well, thanks for being understanding. I said, okay, well, I do have a question for you. Is there any hotline for abused parents? And she just laughed at me.
That's cute.
But yeah, I've had them numerous times called. You get nosy neighbors and whatnot. And well, I was a strict parent. We had all of the game stations, because until my son's father died, he would undermine any authority you had by sending the latest and greatest all video games and whatnot, and all the shoot 'em ups and scaries and zombies. And my kid had, at I think 11, all of the Grand Theft Auto games
Oh no. Oh, those
and
ones
all
are
that shit,
tough.
which is horrifying, because I had no
Yeah.
idea what it was at the time. But my kid luckily is very open and honest with me. So when he found out he could, have sex with hookers and then beat them to death, he's like, Mommy, look what I can do.
Oh, how cute. You're like, oh my God.
Pretty much.
Don't do
So
that.
we had a big long talk about how video games are not real life, and you really can't do this in real life, and whatnot. And it was a really good time to sit and explain the difference between, this is entertainment and for stress relief, and this is the real world where, if you do that, this is what's going to happen.
No, I totally hear you.
So, but yeah, his father was not that smartest, I guess. But, started out with, he wanted me to be which one of 12. So that'll tell you how smart he was. I'm like, no, you don't want me to use that kind of energy for that kind, because I'm sure it would have been a really good source of power for him, because, you have to, I've always been in fairly good contact energy wise for some reason. I don't know. Like, I can't explain to people why I can tell them God is real, other than the fact that I've always had everything I've ever needed happen.
I think
even
it has
when
something
I shouldn't be
I think
here.
it has something to do with our trauma as a very, very young child. I mean, I
Well, I
remember
clearly remember not being in my body for a lot of it. I was taken
Me
away to
too.
somewhere else,
Yeah.
and it was much more pleasant.
Yeah.
And that happened, I think, with whatever positive spirit was watching over me so that I could survive it.
That we would live. That's
And
that's what I've
not
heard
be
over and over, so that
broken.
you would live.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and because your body can actually take a lot of abuse.
Mhm.
What if
Yeah.
we are living
And
in
not
our,
fracture.
what if we are living back in within ourselves, and we're not like, how do I explain this? Like, what if there's us who have just been through the worst shit ever, and you retreated back into yourself to get away from that? What if you have never come back, and we met through, because I retracted back within myself, and so we're have such a huge community of.
We did, but a lot of us have unplugged because we're not a part of this world and we don't fit. It's like trying to fit a square thing in a round hole. We're not fitting in. And you can't force us. And there's nothing we can do about it.
No,
And
we're
not
very,
like
very bold and clear about what is right and what is wrong. That's the thing. Like, you can't change my mind about what I know is the truth. Like, he has proved it to me. And once you know that, nobody can take it away from you.
It's so awesome, isn't it?
We're unplugged, but we're unplugged in a good way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because only
definitely.
the ones that are unplugged can see it for what it really is, kind of. And it's not that we know, it's that we know what it's not.
Right. Just think of we've gotten this far. Just think of what it is to be fully awake.
And think of it this way. They keep trying to make us feel small and tiny for a reason. It's because they fear us the most.
Yeah.
And we're their biggest threat.
Everybody else,
really
they
are.
can control. They can get them to think a certain way. They can get them to do a certain thing just by dropping a few hints. And we're the one that stands up and says, well, why? That doesn't make sense. And that stops their functioning smoothly.
And
so
because of the very nature of their system.
I'm receiving a phone
set
call.
up a bunch of
to
shit.
bail for a minute.
Oh, okay. I'm loving the conversation. But basically I was just saying, like, what their the way their system is set up, it's like people are trained to hear and think and see and do things in a certain way. But as soon as we start speaking, then because they receive that training in that program, they all turn at once. It's like, oh, so that's how that we do make that big threat, I think, because when we do start talking, then you see lots of spirits turn. But you gotta go to bed, Patrick. You look tired. Is anybody else coming in here? Did we figure out how to bring more people in here?
No, there's nobody else coming in, but did Tammy Cammy even say goodbye to everybody?
She said, yeah, she had a phone call coming in. She said, okay, I gotta go.
Oh, she had a phone call? Oh, okay.
Yeah. There, posted a link for you.
I am definitely ready to go to bed. I wanted to be able to show a couple of videos, but that ain't happening tonight. So what have you been up to?
Hiding.
Yeah.
Seriously, like it takes a lot for me to even want to get outside lately, but I've been trying to encourage myself to go outside and interact with people, but
it's been pretty nice. It's like perfect weather, you know. Not too hot, not too cold. Nice breeze. I don't know what it's like over there, but
we've had a big storm come in. We're getting the what do you call it? The kind of side part of the tornadoes and stuff down in the Midwest. Kind of by you guys, but down south further than you guys. So more like Georgia, they're getting, I guess they got some severe weather today.
Yeah.
Tornadoes and stuff. But we got storm clouds definitely out of it. Yeah, but Well, you ought to go get some rest and get the light off of your face. Oh, one thing I wanted to share with you too while I got you. Light does have a lot of effect. So try and stay in dark environments, and keep the environment around you in a more shaded type environment. It will help quite a bit, even
Oh,
with the
really?
voiles.
I thought it would help more if I was out in the sun.
No, not with the nerve damage. Not necessarily right now because remember you were complaining right before about a sinus infection, and then
Right.
it
Yeah, I had
started
a
to
lot of
come
like,
into your eye.
yeah.
And the same thing happened to my grandma. She got it in the right side of her brain though, so it went behind her eye, not in her eye. But eventually it moved down into her eye and then trailed all the way down the right side of her body and into her arm. So be careful, watch out for that. Definitely is
Yeah, I
possible.
even you said it did what? It traveled where?
It traveled down the back of her neck, down her spine, and down her whole right side. And it stopped like at her shoulder area, but it went down her arm as well and into her arm and fingers.
Wow. Yeah,
So
my eye. I mean, if I'm if I don't rest and close my eyes, if I've gone too, I can tell when I've gone too long because after like 8 hours of doing something, I have to rest this eye because it gets too sore to stay open. You know, it's like really sore. So I'm not sure if that's because I went a couple days or so without using it at all. So it
it's
has.
light sensitivity has a lot to do with it because it's mostly nerve damage. Shingles, what we could figure out, has a lot to do with the nervous system, with the nerves, and in response. So light will make a big difference on that, and rest, lots and lots of rest as much as you can. I know how painful it is. I do, dude. Like I seriously have empathy for how painful that is. I know. It fucking hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you you spending the time with us tonight.
Sure thing. Yep.
And
I'm gonna
oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'm gonna head out, but if you want to go ahead and close it up, or if you heading out, or I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna say goodnight to chat. And do you want to say anything to chat?
Nachiketa. Oh, hi.
Hey, Mike.
Hey Brenda, I love you. Hey Darius, Dawn. Glad you were here. Let's see who else was here. Truth Loops and Doc Michael and Preliminal. Bill, did you see you had some big names in there too?
Some what?
Some big names like Brian Staveley and stuff.
Yeah, it was nice. I like when he
I guess
stops
if he's
by.
a big name, I don't pay attention to
Tommy
him.
the Truth. You go and watch him too, don't you, Tom? Yeah, I like
check
Tom.
him out.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks everybody for showing up, and I will see you all later. And don't forget, guys, stay vigilant. I love you.